All right. You know, the message to the guys was simple, right? We're not going to be excuse makers, call it an unfair week, call it, having a really talented team come in. And being a little bit shorthanded, I just told our guys, we got to look ourselves in the mirror. Our record is our reality. And we've got to get better. And, were there things that we did better today? Yeah. I mean, I do think so. Obviously we didn't shoot the ball great, but our efficiency offensively was decent. We did get to the line. I thought we, competed, but again, we made a lot of mistakes in the defensive end, gave them a lot of layups with things that we worked on. And so, but sometimes when you're playing guys that are young and inexperienced, that stuff's going to happen. So we've got to grow up quick, and we got to look ourselves in the mirror and continue to get better. And I think this group wants to fight. I mean, I really do. Locker room seems really solid, and the guys are excited about getting better.
There was a stretch there as you were inching back in offensively with Edwards and Ognasovic making plays that on the defensive end, it seemed like Mosley and Prim just carved them up. I mean, how good were those two guys on that end in that stretch?
Well, awfully good. And to tell you the truth, Paul, a lot of what young guys have to make up for is just, or not make up, but what they have to learn is how to guard at this level. And, throwing J.O., who's been a 5, who, his entire life has been, you stand under the rim, you do not leave, and do not foul, right? That's been his coaching, and that's okay. That worked for them. They won a ton of games in high school. But for us, obviously, you got to move, and then you're talking about a center that outweighs him by about 50 pounds. And so, those tactical things, those, ways to, try to get positioning and things like that. I mean, it's something we got to do better. And then, Mosley's obviously a big, strong guard. He is fantastic at finishing layups. I actually thought we did a better job on him today, and we didn't. I came back and saw 29 on the stat sheet. So we've got to make good players. We've got to make it tougher for them to score. And again, it's something that we're working on, and we're going to move from there. I will tell you that, having Donovan in foul trouble, I thought hurt, because especially in the defensive end.
Yeah. Just looking at trying to get the young guys some experience. I mean, you left Sheldon out there for quite a while as well. He seemed to have a good weekend, I guess. I mean, you look at he scored in bunches, and we talked about his confidence early. Do you feel like he's kind of bringing some of that back?
I do. And one of the things as coaches is we've got to do a good job of, all right, this is who this player is, right, and accepting that, and then, but this is what we're trying to do. And so a lot of times, especially for young guys, and especially for Sheldon, being a dynamic scorer, right, the shots, and I thought there was a pretty good example of it in the first half. I thought he took 2 quick, awful shots, and we took him out, and we talked to him about it. And then I thought he let his game come to him, and he was, really hard to guard there in the second half. And so, it's a continual process. With young guys, got to keep coaching them, got to watch a lot of film with them, and you got to move forward with it. And, this year for freshmen, it's been really hard, right? They had no summer. Obviously, we missed a lot of practice time. So, these guys are having to learn quickly. And but I've been pleased. I think they've gotten better.
And I wanted to ask about Aaron Gordon. I think I don't know if he came out at all in the first half. What did you see from Aaron in the early stages of this game?
Well, I thought he was more aggressive, right? And, yesterday I think he played 19, 20 minutes and took 1 shot. He was more aggressive driving closeouts. For a while there, we couldn't throw the ball in the basket. And Aaron was the one guy that was, keeping us within striking distance. And so I liked what he did. He took the challenge of guarding 1 for a lot of it with Donovan in foul trouble. So, I thought he did a good job. And, we got to a point there. I mean, you gotta think. We have. Well, let me see here. We've got 8 scholarship players that were eligible to play today, and 3 of them are big. So you really only have 5 guards, and one of them, Donovan, gets in foul trouble. And then you got some inexperience out there. So, we were going to ride with Aaron there.
Coach, we're talking about the development of some of your younger players. Does this schedule, does it affect the development process at all with having games back to back as opposed to the schedule like you had last year where it's more of a game every 2 or every 3 days? Or does it change anything for you?
Yeah, the thing that's slowed down the development has been, going into a million quarantines, right? That slows down the development. I actually think this schedule helps. And the reality of it is, right, when you play back to back, we're going to take tomorrow off. The guys have earned it, but then we're going to practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we'll play Saturday, Sunday. So those are 4 good practices. The old schedule, right, you have a game on a Saturday, right? You take Sunday off. Monday's a prep day. Tuesday's pretty light. And you're playing again Wednesday. So it's hard to get that good practice time in. So we're looking forward to it. We had a great week leading up to this. I thought we got a lot better. I thought, obviously we got our game legs in and we just got to continue to get better and have a good week of practice this week.
It's probably difficult to do in the minutes after the game. You probably haven't a chance to digest the film entirely, but is there anything from a big picture perspective that you thought there might have been a step forward taken this weekend, no matter how small it was?
Well, I thought Malik looked like himself today. I did. And, it was really good to see. And, he was a huge part of our success last year. He needs to be a huge part of our success this year. So I thought he took a positive step. Obviously, Jacob produced, Sheldon produced. I think Saki, he's probably not happy with his line, being 1 for 8, but I thought he looked a little bit more like himself. So again, not a finished product yet, but there are some silver lining. There's things to be encouraged about.
I don't want to make this a commercial for an opposing player, but Keaton Hervey, can you just talk about defensively what he did against Donovan this week?
I thought he was, what I see when I look at them, they have a very good understanding of what they're trying to do. And, Keaton Hervey kind of reminds me a little bit of like a John Kaiser in some ways, right? He just does all the dirty things, does all the, I'm going to get a good rebound. I'm going to guard the best player. I'm going to set a good screen. I'm okay with being really the 5th option offensively in that starting lineup. And, there's a lot of value in that. And I think he understands and executes his role really well.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks. See ya. Who do you guys need? Oh, he's got him. Never mind.
Hey, Ben. Sorry, it's really loud here. They're closing the bleachers down. So I was trying to – Dave, can you ask?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, Ben, you guys don't have a game for 3 weeks, and I know you guys go hard in practice, but just how do you physically feel after 2 games in 2 days?
Yeah, obviously this is a new experience going back to back. And, I felt pretty good, to be honest. Towards the end a little bit, maybe felt a little bit heavy, but I thought we were in decent shape, despite not playing in a while.
What kind of challenges does Missouri State present to you guys? And I guess what's the difficulty in slowing down their offense?
Mm-hmm. Obviously Prim is difficult to deal with. He just gets to his spots early and deep, so we have to try to push him out. And obviously Mosley, with his right drive, is very aggressive. So we try to limit that as much as possible. Obviously, he still had a pretty good game, but they're just a dynamic team. Got a lot of threats out there.
Just Mosley, 3 points at the half. Kind of felt like you guys did. Even Loddick said felt like you guys did a much better job on him. And then you look down, he's got 29 points. Just how good is he at just getting in and getting comfortable in traffic?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. He really likes that right hand and just keeps pounding it that way and gets to his spot. and obviously pretty good finisher.
I'm good.
And Ben, just the question I had for you, I forgot, so never mind.
Okay. All right, we good?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm all
Ben.
set.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's so loud in here, and
Oh, yeah, I had something, and then I looked away for a second, I looked back, and
yeah.
the sentence is gone.
For those who are watching the replay of this, we apologize.
Yeah, not our best effort either. Jesus. Hopefully a lot of people don't watch this. I won't put this on my resume.
I don't know if they're bringing Aaron in or not.
I would hope so.
We got that one last while we're talking.
No, I'll leave the room and see her.
There we go.
Paul and Dave Milton for you.
All right.
Hi, Aaron, how you doing?
Pretty good. What about you?
Doing all right. I'll start us off because I know Paul's got a lot of noise where he's sitting right now. So just first off, you've had 3 weeks off, and 3 weeks off from games, and I know you guys go hard in practice. But how do you feel physically after 2 games in 2 days?
Well, it's pretty tough right now. I'm a little sore, but it's not too bad. It just feels like regular, just getting back into the groove. So it's not too bad. I actually like this Saturday Sunday thing that we're doing.
What do you like about it?
I think it brings us more of a regular school week schedule. So we just pretty much practice, and obviously we'll be in school here in the next couple of weeks. So just going to school during the week and then playing on the weekends gives us a much better schedule, and it makes us a little bit more prepared as a student as well as an athlete.
Your coach talked about the way the week of preparation is different now, because now you say you'll get Monday off, but then you'll have 3-4 good days of practice heading into next weekend's games. Does that, I mean, how much, you talked about the preparation aspect of it, how much does that change from your approach to how games are, instead of having a game every 2 or 3 nights?
Yeah, so I believe that, it makes us, really want to, lock in on the day. Like tomorrow is definitely going to be a much easier day for us. We're probably going to have off. And then obviously, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll probably really get after it. We'll probably really go hard in terms of, on the court and in the weight room. And then, Thursday, Friday is definitely going to be more of a 2 preparation days for the 2 games.
Aaron, just talk about the first half, and just coach said you were just a lot more aggressive today. Was it the game coming to you a little bit?
Yeah, I felt like I don't think it was coming to me. I just felt like I was a little bit more aggressive. I know I wanted to put more pressure on Mosley because obviously, he had a really good first half against his last game. So and I knew he was guarding me, so I knew that if I could just put a little bit of pressure on him to guard and to make tough decisions and to wear him down on defense and offensively, he wouldn't, have an easier time.
If you can just Mosley, 3 points at the half and just went off in the second half. I mean, you've played a lot of college basketball. How good is he playing right now?
Oh yeah, he's definitely playing good. I mean, as you can see, I mean, he's averaging, I think it's 22.8 or something, 23 now. I don't know what it is, but he's obviously a really talented player. And I've played, obviously I played in the Big East, I played in the Missouri Valley. So, he's definitely up there. I mean, he's a really tough player, and he's, someone that, expanded his role over the course of time, very similar to me, I think, being able to start as a freshman and just go along. And I think that he has really done a great job of just, transforming his game into a star player.
Very good. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm set too. Thanks.